Welcome back to the channel. On this episode, we're going to work on my 91 Mustang. We're going to put a camshaft in this thing. If you've seen the episode of Faster with Deaver and Cotton, we put this thing on the dyno, and it made just over 400 horsepower to the tires because it was out of camshaft. It needs a giant camshaft to go with this blower. So that's what we're going to do right now. For those that don't know, this is my 91 coupe I got from my buddy Wesley, and it was a roller when I got it. And on an episode of Faster with Deaver and Cotton, we stuffed an LS in there that I'd had sitting for a while, just because I had it sitting here. And I get an awful lot of hate because of it, but whatever. If I'd have had a Coyote sitting here, I would have thrown that in there, but I didn't. So like, these motors are 500 bucks. They're just junkyard takeouts, and they work good, and it fits good. So like I said, I'm not saying it's going to stay in there forever, but I mean, I had it sitting here and I wanted to drive the car, so that's what I did. So we stuffed it in there. It's completely stock. It's an 02 or an 03 5.3 liter with a ProCharger. It needs a camshaft really, really bad, and it really needs head studs and head gaskets. I might do that if I have time, but we have a race in 2 days. It is now Thursday. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. This thing is supposed to go on the dyno at Moe's Speed Shop tomorrow night, which is the night before the race. So I'm gonna throw the camshaft in it, and if I feel like I have enough time, I'll do the gaskets and the studs, but probably not. So it's got an aftermarket K-member in it. I don't know if you can see that. It's got a Stage 4 Power Glide from Gearstar Performance Transmissions. It's got an 850 cage in it that Larabelle Race Cars did. He did a phenomenal job. Like, the cage is the nicest part of the whole car. He tied it into the rockers on each side. It's tied into the trans tunnel in the center. He's got bars going to the torque boxes in the back. Like, the welds are beautiful. Oh. So very, very nice cage. It's got an ARC switch panel in there. It's got a Holley HP EFI controlling it. I have the dash and everything. I'm going to put the dash back in it. I ordered a bezel that holds the 7-inch screen from Holley. I'm going to put in the dash so it'll look much better. I'm going to put carpet back in it because this will be my drag and drive car for sure. It's already got a parachute mount built in. It's all braced underneath, which will double as a trailer hitch for the little drag week trailer. Right now it's got a stock 8.8 in it with a 373 gear, and it's already making noise. So I'm pretty sure that's about to exit the chat, but we're going to run it until it dies. Right now the main problem is to make some power so we can actually go fast. So let's get it torn apart, and then I'll show you guys the new camshaft. We've made huge progress on the Mustang. Heads are off, camshafts out. It's completely stripped down. I'm now prepping it and cleaning it to install the new camshaft and put the heads back on it. But check this out. I ordered one of these smart washers from CRC. Best thing I've ever ordered. Check this out. The head's in here. It's soaking, getting clean. Look at how nice this is. It's got a brush. Look. Look how clean the head is. That's amazing. Then it's got the standard pump like you would normally see. I don't know why I've went so long without one of these. And it's great because it's portable. It's on wheels. And what you can do is, like, say you have a car on the lift and you're trying to clean the brakes and stuff, you can literally roll this under like your rotor and clean the whole area, and it goes right into this. It's perfect. So I'm going to be using the hell out of this thing. So let's go take a look at the Mustang. I'll show you what we got done. All right, engine is completely stripped down, camshafts out of it. I'm now ready to put the new camshaft in it. This was a very low mile motor, so I'm going to put the timing chain and everything right back on it. It had great oil pressure. I'm not touching none of it. Like, I'm just going to put the cam in it, and I just so happened to go out in the shed. Luckily, I'll hoard parts because I found a new set of lifters and guides. Didn't even know I had. I knew I had some LS parts. Honestly, I thought this was a timing chain. But it wasn't. It's new lifters and guides, which is great because I didn't want to put the old ones back in it with a new camshaft. So we'll throw those in there. I thought I had push rods. I'm not going to use the stock push rods, which is right here. With the springs that we have, I want to get hardened push rods. I thought this might be a set. I have no idea what these fit, unfortunately. These are a set of comps. They do not fit this. So I will have to go to Summit tomorrow, grab some push rods, but at least now I can put the new lifters in it, clean this up, put the heads on it, put the camshaft in it, and basically put the exhaust and all back on it, and I can make some serious progress. The valve train up top, that's easy. So, but I can put all this back together. The Mustang is back together. We have a set of head studs in there. We have a set of BTR head gaskets, new lifters, a camshaft that my buddy Kelby spec'd out for a blown application, new timing set, new oil pump, new lifters, new gaskets, new oil, new everything. We're about to fire it up for the first time to see if it'll actually run. If it does, it's probably gonna run pretty rough until we can get it over to Mo's speed shop and let Jeff start tuning on it. So let's get fresh oil in it. Let's turn the key and see what happens. All right, real quick, we're gonna turn the ignition on and check for fuel leaks because all this was off. I hear the air getting through there. Okay, I don't see anything leaking. All right, you ready to hear it? Mm-hmm. All right, here, I'm gonna let you take over and I'm gonna hit the key, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. The Mustang fired up, I don't hear any strange noises, and it runs pretty damn good, just like it sits. So right now we're gonna go over to Mo's speed shop. My buddy Jeff's gonna do some tuning on it because now we have head studs, head gaskets, big old camshaft. We have all the ingredients to make some good power. I'm curious to how much power we're gonna make because it made 404 horsepower to the tire before. Let's see if we can pick up at least 100. That's what I'm hoping for. If we can hit 550 to the tire, I'll be happy. So let's get over there, get it dynoed, and then off to the track we go. stock 8.8 is out. This has a 373 gear in it with drum brakes. We're going to put a Ford 9-inch in here with a 456 gear and disc brakes. So we're upgrading all around. This thing should launch way better. It's going to be good. Use your tri rod. Very good. So it looks like I have factory stamped steel upper control arms. That are very worn out. Damn. All right. And I have some kind of aftermarket lower control arm that's boxed. So that's got a grease fitting, but it's completely bone dry. There's not a lick of grease in it. So I could probably save these, but the upper control arm's gonna have to figure something out because it's got a lot of play in it. But all right, we're making progress. I just gotta figure out how to pick the other rear end up and put it on here by myself. I could lower the car down, hang it on the lowers, then just lift the car. That's probably what I'll do. I'm gonna figure out how to get this off. Shit. All right, put you over here. Hold on. Okay. No, now you're in the way. I can't roll the car in. What the hell's wrong with me? Ugh. If you have multiple cars, do you feel like your cars get jealous? Like the 57 sitting over there. Like, that's my baby. I wonder if it's jealous that I'm working on this pile. Because it knows, like, you know I love you. I don't care anything about this Mustang. You're my baby. You weren't the first, but stop looking at me like that. So here is the upper control arm. I think they just had the wrong hardware in here because there was a lot of play in here. So I don't have any long metric bolts. So what I did is drill that to 1/2 inch. I'm just gonna put all new drill you out. I spent the last 2 days replacing the rear end that was in the car. We went from a stock 8.8 to a Ford 9-inch. We went from a 373 gear to a 456 gear, and we went from a limited slip to a spool. So we were about to party, and I had fresh Mickey Thompson tires to put on the back. Like, I was gonna be ready for once, and the event got canceled again because of rain. It got canceled last Saturday, and then it got canceled today. So there was no point in going to the dyno because two things. My Holly dash hasn't came in yet. I have no gauges. So I was about to rig some gauges up in the car just so I can go to the dyno and race it. So instead of rushing it, I just postponed the dyno as soon as the race got canceled. So maybe in a couple weeks we can see what this thing will do for power and in the 1/8 of a mile. But until then, I am going to put it back together and go cruise it around, maybe take my kids to school in it. So until next time, thanks for watching. One day we'll go racing.